I know I'm big. I know I'm known. I know if I go out in public, I'm gonna be bothered for pictures and stuff like that. I know that. Like, that's just me being real, not cocky. But I could be way bigger. Like, I have way bigger goals.
All right, welcome back to the podcast. Today we have Kavon Watt, better known as K Showtime.
Government name is crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
I asked.
Nah, I'm joking. It's on Google, right? So it don't matter.
Yeah, so K Showtime is a hooper. He put Toronto on the map in a new world of basketball content creators. He's done charity work, amassed a large following of 286,000 subscribers on YouTube, 201K on Instagram, became an internet sensation, and I would say pioneered this whole street run videos, like basketball videos, because you were the first I seen that did it.
I wasn't the first, like, in the world, but I was definitely the first in Canada for sure.
Yeah, in Toronto.
Yeah.
I want to jump straight to the beginning and just ask you, like, what was your early ball career like?
My early basketball career, I've always played basketball since I was young.
Mm-hmm.
I used to play on like rec teams in the hood and stuff like that. I played on a team called Yace in Jane Finch. Very great program, takes care of their kids, loves their kids, and wants them to be better, not just on the court, but in the classroom. So I played on Yace for basically like, kind of like my whole entire career in the sense of when I was younger. But yeah, I played on that community team.
And then in high school, when you were hooping, was the ambition to like take it further?
Yeah, of course. Like everyone wanted to go to the NBA, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't be playing basketball like when I was younger if I didn't want to go to the NBA. So obviously those were my goals at the time. I finished high school, and then I guess God had other plans for me.
I did my research, and I know that you got kicked off in your last year.
Yeah.
So what happened there? Like, was it just beef with the coach, or?
I wouldn't necessarily say it was beef. I feel like it was kind of miscommunication in a sense, and not really miscommunication, actually. I'll say it's ego. I feel like the coach had ego.
Yeah. And
also, I could take responsibility as to why I was kicked off. Like, I feel like, I had a lot of pride. Just because I was the best player doesn't mean, like, I could get away with certain things. So I can't just blame the coach for real. Like, it was obviously I had fault in it as well. But, yeah, I guess basically what happened was, I guess stuff built up over time. But what really sparked, the coach to kick me off was basically, like, we had to draw plays. And at the time, like, I'm young, so I'm like, why are we drawing plays in high school? Like, I'm not at Division I playing at Duke or Kentucky University right now. Like, why am I drawing plays? So whatever, I still ended up drawing it. And then I guess we handed it in. And he said everybody drew it wrong. So I just told the group chat, like, we all had a group chat of the team and stuff like that. And I just told him at the end of the day, I'm like, you guys could draw it again. But me, I'm not drawing it. You know what I mean? And then I guess that was the reason why he kicked me off, because he looked at me as a leader. But then again, too, it's like, people could do whatever they want. Regardless, like, I'm not telling them they didn't have to draw it. I said you could draw if you want. Just me, I'm not doing it. And then I guess that just what happened. And then
he kicked you off for that?
Yeah. I remember I was sitting down in my room. I just get kicked out of the group chat, and then that was it from there. I just never made my way back into that group chat.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, it's crazy because I played high school ball growing up, and like a lot of the coaches, they have like egos. Like, it's not like, I wouldn't say in high school ball, it's not like the college and like D1 level where these guys have credibility as coaches. Like, some of the coaches I had growing up, they were just like...
Yeah, they didn't have no credibility either, but...
So, like...
I don't know. That's just Toronto for you, I guess.
Okay, so that getting kicked out in your last year, that like fucked up your plans to go to the next level?
Yeah, because I was supposed to get like footage and stuff like that. Like, and it's supposed to help me like contact schools so I could go like... I wasn't going to go D1 right away. I had D1 looks and stuff, but, my grades weren't there, so I had to take the JUCO route, which is junior college. Yeah. I didn't end up getting a JUCO offer, and I said, you know what, I'm going to take a year off. But, honestly, I knew I wasn't, like, I knew I was done with basketball after that. Like, that's just in my opinion. I just told people, though, like, I'm taking a year off, I'm going to train, and then, I'm going to go to school next year. But after that, I'm like, you know what, like, forget it. Like, I'm going to try something else. And then I guess YouTube came in the picture.
So that's when you started doing the YouTube content.
Yeah. But then originally, I wasn't even supposed to do YouTube. I had a friend group, and then one of them was supposed to do YouTube. He was just a light-skinned pretty boy, so we wanted him to do YouTube, and we'd just be around, like, looking cool and stuff. But he took too long to start it. So I'm like, you know what? I'll be the guy out of the group that will just start it. So that's how it started.
Okay, and when you first started, you were just doing, like...
I was doing, like, public interviews. My first video was a public interview in Ian Center. I was doing, like, public interviews and stuff like that. Yeah, just doing... public interviews, blind dates, at the time. Like, it wasn't really me flirting with women like that when I first started. It was just like me doing like public interviews and stuff, because that was trending at the time.
Wait, when did flirting with women that came into the picture?
That happened when I went to Miami for spring break. So when I went to Miami, then, you know, I was doing public interviews, flirting with girls. I was asking them to like, I think it's on YouTube still, rate your twerking on a scale from 1 to 10. And then I would ask them and they'll give an answer, and then I'd say, can I see? And then they'll turn around and do whatever they need to do, and then I'd see if the answer was right or not. So
and then, that was like 3-4 years ago, right?
Yeah, that's a while back.
What made you start the hooping videos from just making content, street interviews, just having fun with it, to like going back and being like, all right, let me hoop? And like, you have like a particular style of like, very aggressive, takeover, like you bring out a big crowd. How did that come about?
Honestly, the hooping just came from, I was with a girl at the time, like we were dating at the time, and we ended up breaking up, so I needed something to film, because I couldn't film with her, so I'm like, what am I gonna do? And I just seen a bunch of people doing basketball in the States, and I'm like, you know what, let me try it here. Then I really just rolled the dice and took the risk. And then, that's really it. But it took off quick as hell, like quicker than I expected. So
I mean, it's very like engaging. Like when you first started, you went out to your first run.
Yeah.
Like you're just like, come with a camera. You just pulled up to a run with a squad. Like, how was that like whole process of just starting that?
I was just asking my story, because at the time I had like 20,000 followers, 20K or something like that. I had like 20K. So I just posted like, should I do these type of videos? And people were like, yeah, do it. So I'm like, you know what, let me try. So then I just announced, like I posted on my story, I'm like, I need a cameraman who could come film me. And then I got somebody, and after I'm just like, you know what, okay, boom, I got the cameraman now. Now let's see if we get people out there. So I'm like, okay, I'm doing a park takeover at this location, this time, bring your 5, whatever. And it wasn't that bad. For my first takeover, it wasn't that bad. It was like a solid 3-4 different teams there, which is good enough. Really, all you need is one team, to be honest. But I had a solid 3 to 4 teams come. Then, I just went from there. The first video did okay. It didn't do well, but it shocked a lot of people, because now I had like how much subscribers did I have at the time? I had like 20K subs that time.
Yeah.
And they didn't know I played basketball, because they're just so used to seeing me, you know, do stuff with women. So when I posted, they're like, yo, no way this guy could hoop. And then I just started building the community from there.
That's interesting. And now you're like, if you probably post on your story, like your recent videos, you're bringing like a crowd. Like it's almost like a arena vibe where there's like a bunch of people surrounding, all watching, waiting for hype moments.
I always bring out a crowd, to be honest. Like that's the least of my whereabouts. But I feel like right now with basketball in Toronto, it's kind of dead. Like a lot of people, they don't want to be on the highlight tape. Like they don't want me to rub their head. Or they don't want me to argue with them or just play against me in general, because they don't want to go viral for something. So a lot of people will just, now like it kind of shortened down. A lot of people will just come watch now instead of playing. So it's like,
because no one wants to be on the other side.
Like before, everyone was like, oh, this guy's not good. I got to see what this guy's about. So everybody wanted to play.
Yeah.
Now it's like everyone done seen it all. So like they don't really care that much in Toronto.
Do you ever worry when you're doing it and like you're talking shit and getting heated? Do you ever worry that's like going to go too far? Because I've been at ball runs where like, or I've seen videos even in the city where like it's not even like viral or anything, and just mans will lose and they'll get super cheesed and they'll start swinging. Or like I seen a video where a guy like brought out a machete to a ball run.
Oh no, I seen that.
Do you ever worry like, yo, maybe I gotta chill because I don't want to go too far with it?
Honestly, I feel like if you're doing something and you're not willing to die for it, then there's no point in doing it. But I don't even want to say that like I'm promoting violence or something. Honestly, no. I've never been scared at all. But just because a lot of people don't notice, but like that's just how I play. Like, and a lot of the times too, it's not even me that starts certain things, but people think it's me, or people will just like kind of get mad about it, because like this is how it works for me. Like how I look at it, it's like when someone talks garbage to me, if you say one thing to me, I'm not gonna stop until the game is over. Yeah. A lot of people don't know that though. So it's like if someone says something to me, I'm like, okay, so just be prepared to be annoyed now. And then on top of that too, I think another thing that people don't like is I actually back up my shit talk. Like I will talk my shit, but I will give you buckets. I'm not missing. So it's like it gets people more frustrated. And also I feel like people don't like my voice as well because it's very high. So I feel like that bothers a lot of people as well. But, you know, nah, I'm not scared though. Never been, never will. I don't care. Like, it is what it is. Like, at the end of the day, that's just me, who I am as a person. Like like what makes me play better is talking. Like if I don't talk, then I'll play garbage. Like
talking shit during ball is
exactly like
it's
for
part
example,
of the game.
We played a game against Ball is Life. That's a team in America in LA.
Like the channel, that whole
yeah,
page,
they have a team. They have teams too. So we played them. Ball is Life West Coast. I was told from certain people that I can't talk that game. So a lot of people don't know that either, but I just don't really talk about it because I don't really care. Like we lost fair and square, but even when we played them, I didn't talk and I played horrible, like so garbage. So I feel like just trash talking just makes me play better, and that's just who I am. So I'm not gonna change.
There's never been a moment where you're like, yo, like has there ever been a moment on or off cameras where shit gone too far or like something happened that?
No, there's stuff that's happened too far before. I just never put it in the video. But like not towards me, probably towards other people that try to do something to me. But you know what I mean? Like there's a certain thing, like there's a certain amount of like, you know, that I'll show. Like I'm not gonna show everything. Like if a fight breaks out, I'm gonna cut it out. Like I'm not gonna show because at the end of the day I'm there to play basketball, right? I'm not there to fight, so only a certain amount of stuff I'll show.
There's headlines of you in the past few years, like they say something like from street hooper to internet sensation. So first of all, when you see all these articles and headlines of like on Complex or Toronto Star, like how do you feel seeing that and like seeing your come up?
It feels good because I really come from nothing for real. But I don't really tend to really pay attention to that stuff. Like I feel like I could be way bigger than what I am. Like, you know what I'm saying? I only have 280 something subscribers. Like I feel like I should have 1 million. But then too, that goes in with the work I'm putting in. I'm not really putting in that much work that I should, right? So that's on me. But yeah, I'm grateful for sure, hella grateful. But I feel like there's a lot of more work to be done. Like, you know what I'm saying? I definitely don't even think I'm nowhere near internet sensation. Like I know I'm big. I know I'm known. I know if I go out in public, I'm gonna be bothered for pictures and stuff like that. I know that. Like, you know, that's just me being real, not cocky. But I could be way bigger. Like, you know, I have way bigger goals. Like I want to be in a house with 20 bedrooms. 30 cars, my mom living in a big house, my sister is doing good, like, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of more work to be put in and a lot of more work to show to the world that I haven't done yet. So
yeah. I'll use into my next question, which is like, what's the vision now? Because you said that the ball videos are slowing down and you started as a content creator. Like you were doing this street interview style. The girls got caught up in Miami. So what's the vision now? What's the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years look like?
Honestly, I think I'm going to slow down a little bit with basketball in a sense. Like, I don't really care that much to do it as much as I used to. I feel like I want to branch into other things, like just kind of rebrand Showtime. Like, I want to start doing more lifestyle, more vlogging, more aesthetic stuff.
Yeah.
More traveling, just a bunch of whole different stuff. Even maybe stuff with girls, like, who knows? But I still want to do basketball too, but incorporate it into fun ways. But, like, when it comes in terms of, like, park takeovers and stuff like that, like, it's kind of played out now. So, you know, I'm just trying to try new things, really.
Yeah, that's a big part of this game is, like, knowing to navigate. Like,
you have to know when to transition. A lot of people don't, and I didn't know.
That's why they died.
That's why, you know, stuff goes down. But you just got to know and learn. That's it, really.
You're doing these hoop videos, but you're also doing brand deals. You're doing some lifestyle here and there.
Yeah.
So how have you seen, like, the business side of being a creator?
In terms of business, I feel like the business side is good for sure, but it's like there's so many stuff you could branch out to. Like, for example, I do basketball, so there's not when you do one thing, like, for instance, like basketball, for example, like, you can only reach to a certain target, like, you know what I mean? But if you're doing more so, like, lifestyle, like, day in the lives, what you're doing, what you're eating, what type of music you listen to, a bunch of stuff, there's so many ways where brands could plug in to tap in with you to, okay, can you promote this? Can you promote that? Can you promote this? Can you promote that? So I feel like there's a lot of good opportunities for brand deals, but, you know, I think I could be having way more brand deals for sure.
Yeah. I mean, you're doing well. You got the Mary Brown.
Yeah, I'm doing well. I'm grateful. Don't get it twisted. I don't want anyone to think I'm not grateful on this. You know, that's watching this. I'm hella grateful, but there's just a lot of work to be done. Like, I could be so much bigger, way bigger. Like, you feel me? I should be, like, I don't know. I could be the biggest. That's how I feel. Like, you know, there's so many people out here, like, with content. Like, I feel like there's just money falling out the sky for content. But then too, like, you don't want to do it for the money. Like, I do this stuff because I really love it. Like, and even too, that's why I've been doing more lifestyle vlogging. Like, when I do it, I actually feel happy doing it. Sometimes I'll pull up to a basketball court and I'll be like, not this again. I just gotta, you feel me? Like, I gotta show up. talk trash, get some viral clips, and then go home. But it's like I don't want to do that every day. Like, you know what I mean? I know there's more to me than just basketball. A lot of people don't know I have a great personality. I'm funny. I do mukbangs too. I have a TikTok where I do food videos that goes crazy. You probably never even seen it, but that goes crazy. So there's a million things I could do. It's just now just showing the world.
Well, that's the hard part.
It is, for sure.
I met you a couple times, but I could tell you're personable. You have like the charisma, but the hard part with content is like being able to put it out.
Yeah.
Because in your real life, you just go about living.
Because there's some things you can't even put out there realistically. Like, you know what I mean? But I feel like sometimes you kind of have to get a little like vulnerable with your supporters and show them like who you really are. I feel like I haven't done that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like when it comes to like just me showing myself on social media, I used to be like, okay, I want everything to be perfect. Okay, I'm not posting this if I'm not wearing a diamond chain. I'm not posting this if I'm not wearing diamond rings. This, that, and the third. Like, okay, this outfit has to be perfect, exactly how I want it. And if it's not, I'm not posting a picture.
Yeah.
So that's how I used to be. But now I'm kind of thinking like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's so much stuff I haven't showed social media. Like, I remember one time, like, one of my friends, they're like, you're from the hood, but do your followers know you're from the hood? Like, you say motivation for the trenches, but do your supporters even know that? And I'm like, I assume they do. And he's like, they don't, though, because you never even showed yourself in the hood at where you were brought up. Because I never did. I never used to vlog or nothing. I never used to show nothing behind the scenes. I never did. Until now, I'm just like, yo, like, I actually have to start showing them that for real. Because when you do that, I feel like they grew up with you. Like, for example, like, I watched a guy named DDG. He's one of the most influential black creators, in my opinion. But you seen that guy since he was from college till now. Like, and he documented his whole life. And now it paid off, you know. You just got to get vulnerable. I feel like I just got to get more vulnerable for real. Show people who I really am instead of trying to live like a fake life and stuff like that. And then, yeah, it should be good.
Yeah, well, it's not easy. Like,
nah, it isn't for sure.
You got to literally put it all out there. And like everyone knows you a little bit, but they don't. So, yeah, no, that was the wave of like social media where it was like, it was all about flexing, flaunting, putting shit out there, like curating an image. And I feel like now these days, what people really fuck with and want to see is like just you being you. Like, it's just not always perfect. And like when you post that out, like put it out there, there's like a lot of people that could relate with it.
Yeah, 100%. But usually when it comes to like us content creators, like we see more hate than love. So we don't even really know what's, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but for me personally, with the hate and everything, I never take the hate as like personally for me. Usually when people hate or like someone just leaves anything negative, it's because they're going through it.
Yeah, that's
so I'm like, I genuinely, this sounds like the Gary Vee content. If you ever seen it, he always says this, but like when someone's hating, I like genuinely feel bad for them because like imagine we have Siobhan right here. Could you ever see him leaving a hate comment?
Nah.
Because he's too busy.
Yeah.
He's too busy with his life.
Yeah.
You're too busy to be hating on my video.
Yeah.
The people that are leaving hate comments are people that just have way too much time, are probably going through it.
That's what I learned too. Like majority of people who are hating and stuff, they're probably going through something. So I try to be like more lenient and stuff. But sometimes certain comments be triggering me though. I'm not gonna lie. Like, and that's every creator, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's true.
People could lie and be like, oh, hate doesn't get to them and stuff. Some people might not, you know, it doesn't get to me all the time. But sometimes like a certain comment, like why would you even comment this? You feel me? It's like, what even made you think? But then again, I never seem to understand how like somebody could just be like, sit on their phone and actually type and then click send.
It's never a happy person. It's never gonna be a well put together person that like pulls out their phone. They're like, nah, fuck Showtime, blah 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 blah. Like nobody's ever gonna do that. That's like actually doing something or winning.
But then again, too, I don't really care, like, cause it's like even when someone comments hate on my YouTube video, I'd be like, well, still watched it. Thank you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can hate on the YouTube video all you want, but it's like you still commented, so that means you had to have watched the video to comment, and then you just helped me. So it's like,
I mean, it's just people on the sidelines. Like, it's never people that are actually doing it.
100%.
I personally don't read any comments just for that reason. Because isn't it weird? Because you'll get like mad love, right? 80% of the comments, 90% of the comments, 99% of the comments will be like, mad love, great video, love the video, and then the one comment that's just talking shit gets to you and you forget about all the rest. Exactly. Isn't that weird?
And I feel like it's the negative one that pops up. It's not the positive comments that be popping up.
No, it just stands out more in your brain, and like I don't know.
Yeah, probably because you put your attention on it, so that's where your attention's focused on.
Yeah, it's weird how like just human beings, just when the negativity comes, it like wipes all the other shit.
No, 100%. That's why you gotta be strong-minded for real. Social media is it's a scary game, man. Not a lot of people are built for this, man. Everybody wants to be a YouTuber. Everybody wants to be a content creator. They don't know there's a lot that comes with this shit, man.
Well, even just doing it, like going through the motions of like you came in vlogging, like everywhere you go, you gotta have a camera. You got like your lifestyle becomes this of like this is all you're doing. Like you're filming, you're thinking about content, and then
but you get to like cherish memories though too. That's what's a good thing about it.
Have you noticed that with your friends that aren't really content creators or like just people you're around? Personally, for me, like there had to naturally some distance had to be created because like what I'm trying to do and focus on is different than what they're doing. Some of them don't want to be on camera.
Yeah, that's what pisses me off the most. I wouldn't say pisses me off because my friends might be watching this, but you feel me? Like, it's hard to be around people that don't like the camera on them, like. And it's not even like your attention, you put the camera on them, but it's like, you know, like, this is my job at the end of the day. Like, so I gotta just film what I'm doing, you feel me? Like, and then they're like, oh, like, try to cut this part out. And
then something funny happens or something, like a really good clip, and you're like,
so it's like, that's the only thing. Like, I try not to be with people that I can't film around too much, because it's like, then it's just slowing what I'm doing, like, you know?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It creates like a natural separation from someone that's not in this. So like, it's tough because I have homies that I want to chill with, and like, I'll be like, oh, come shoot or like come work. They'll be like, nah, and it's like, let's just do something else. Like, no, fam, like this is all I'm doing. So if you want to come, this is like the lifestyle I'm living.
Yeah, 100%. So. You have to let them know.
So one of the things you said is like you're from the hood, like motivation for the trenches. In your videos, you always say you're from the trenches.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not from the trenches. I grew up in the suburbs, but growing up, I was always around people. I'm from Kitchener. I was around people that like were from the hood in Kitchener, and like these are my friends that I grew up with.
Hood in Kitchener.
There's hood in Kitchener. Shout out M Block and Chandler.
Man.
I don't know if it's the same, but we had stuff going on.
I don't want to say that because I don't want to discredit those blocks or those hoods or those communities, but I don't think they're like Jane Finch. Probably not, but
I don't know. That's what I was gonna ask you, because growing up, being a dumb kid, I was like 10 years old. When you're around that environment, I'm from the suburbs. I would go home like to my suburban house, but I still got caught up in it because like I wanted to fit in.
Yeah.
Like I had homies that were like chopping or like they were like robbing people because they were part of this life. And then my dumbass wanted to be a part of it. So I would like try and join them.
Yeah.
And I noticed like it's really hard to get away from it. And I'm not even in it.
Yeah.
I just got caught up.
Yeah, because you're just hanging around with
by
friends.
association.
But that's, you know, it's lifestyle. Like, that's your friend's lifestyle, right? So if you're around them, like, that's just what's going to turn into your lifestyle.
But I had like an escape where I would go home and be like, bro, what am I doing? But they were like in it 24/7. So my question to you is like, how is it growing up in Jane and Finch and in that environment?
So not a lot of people know this. I was born in Driftwood. Then I moved to Showtime, which is basically the same thing in a sense. Like, and after I moved to the middle part of Jane and Finch. That's a fun fact, actually. Not a lot of people know that. A lot of people think they know where I'm from, you know, on social media, but they don't. So that's like my first time ever saying where I'm actually from. Yeah. So I was born in Driftwood, moved to Shoreham, and then after I moved to this neighborhood called Y Block, aka Yellowstone. That's in the middle of Jane and Finch. But how was it for me? Honestly, I feel like people in the hood and stuff like that didn't even encourage me to do the wrong things for real. But then again, too, I was already disciplined from my mom. Like, you know, my mom would always, my mom didn't even have to tell me. I just disciplined myself. Like, I just knew that wasn't the path I wanted to go to. Like, for example, like, I like to eat good food. Yeah. You know, the way, like, these rappers and gangsters be going to jail, you think, like, there's good food in jail. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not going to jail. What am I going to eat? Like, milk cartons and drink milk cartons and beans? Like, hell no. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so just stuff like that would even make me choose a street life, because it's like, I don't want to go and eat bad food. I don't want to go and live with 100 dudes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just me. So, like, little stuff like that made me disciplined already. Like, I'm not trying to live that lifestyle. Like, I want to live this lifestyle. I want to have 1 million cars. I want to have $1 million. I want to have this. I want to have that. So, you know, I had a lot of big financial, like, goals and stuff like that. And I knew, like, that wasn't going to get me.
Yeah, it never
does. You feel me? So, like, jail was not going to get me that. So, that's really it. Like, I just disciplined myself.
So you never got caught up in like the street life, like you just did your own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a, in a sense, like, you know, I'm not gonna say I'm the greatest person ever. Like, you know what I mean? I obviously, not obviously, because, you know, but I've been in the streets. Maybe I've done a little stupid stuff before in the past, but, you know, I'm not
You just
that
had a
type
vision.
Yeah, but I've always stayed focused on what was the main goal. You always got to keep the main goal,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and everything else is just really a distraction.
Yeah, I agree. It's just tough because it's almost like brainwashing. Because like when you're around it, it's all you see.
Yeah.
And like that type of lifestyle, I don't know, just from my personal experience growing up with it. Like I grew up with people that are currently now in jail for like some heinous shit.
I mean,
like,
it's really easy. Like, you really are who you hang out with, and I feel like people like take that as a joke.
no, it's
But
like
you are who you hang out with. Like, if you chill with 10 guys who smoke, you're gonna be the 11th guy to smoke with them.
mm-hmm.
You chill with 10 alcoholics, you're gonna be the 11th alcoholic. Like, you know what I'm saying? So your circle really matters. I even kind of learned that. Like, I lost a lot of friends and stuff like that. So, but I learned, like, being around certain people, like, when I used to chill around certain people and stuff, like, who were lazy, didn't grind, didn't want to film ever and stuff like that, it used to take a toll on me. Like, it slowed me down. So it's like, who you hang out with is like who you really are for real. Yeah. So you really got to be cautious of that. And that's one thing, like, you know, I'm more woke of right now. So I try to tend to only hang out with certain people who are going to try to help me eat. And I'll do the same for them. I try to help them me too. That's it.
No, that's a fact. People don't take it as seriously as like
Nah,
people say it all the time.
They think it's a joke. It's not a joke though. Like, it's really not.
Like straight up, because I was caught up in that where like not even too long ago, like 3, 4, 5 years ago, I'm like, I'm around people and I'm seeing where they're at. I'm looking at the sum of them. I'm like, I don't want this to be like the level that I'm at. Like I have bigger goals and ambition, and like it's hard to make that cut. Cause like these are people you grew up with.
It is, cause you grew up with these people and stuff. It's hard to cut. It's even hard to cut people off in general. Like,
yeah,
especially you have a great bond with them, grew up with them and stuff like that. Like, it's like, how you gonna tell them that, like, I don't want to hang out with you no more? You know what I mean? And then you could give them the option to change, but then they're not gonna change.
I never worry.
So
you don't
know
understand
what I mean?
how much time I wasted just trying to be like, yo, we can make it. Like we could all do this. Just some people are stuck in their ways, and
you can't. One thing you can't do is force somebody to change. Like,
it's
either they want to better themselves, or they just don't care, and that's it, really. Like, but people who are like that, who don't try to change for the better, like, they're really like small minded.
Well, people just don't like change.
Yeah, because people don't like
better.
Because people don't like to feel uncomfortable.
Yeah,
that's exactly why. Even me, I think I'm in my uncomfortable stage right now. Like, I've been trying to change a lot. Like, even doing these vlogs and the aesthetic stuff, like doing all these angles and stuff, like, it's something I'm so not used to because I'm just used to playing basketball, talking garbage, right?
Yeah.
And then the cameraman just holds the camera. That's it. Now I'm having my camera on a tripod, putting it here, then the next second putting it there, and it's like it's so much work. But then again, like, after I finish it, though, it makes you feel good. Like, the only way you're gonna be successful is if you're uncomfortable. Like, there's no other way. So it's like, you know, it's like if I could just sacrifice being uncomfortable for 6 months to a year, and it'll pay off at the end, then shit, I'm gonna do it. Starts now, and I'm starting right now, so it's going great.
Yeah, no, I'm hyped for the content.
I know, me too. I'm super hyped.
I consider you a creator. I know there's a lot of people that call you like a street hooper or basketball. Like,
a lot of people don't know how creative I could get, especially with these videos. Like, bro, there's so much I could do. Like, I just really gotta put in the work to do it now. That's all it is. But they're gonna see sooner or later.
Yeah, I can't wait. You're rocking the No U-Turns shirt. I seen that in your bio at something you're starting. What's that all about?
This is just a clothing brand. I wouldn't even call it a clothing brand. It's just a lifestyle. This is this is my brand. This is me, really. And it just talks about, like, basically what No U-Turns is just like, you know, I lost a lot of friends. People decided to switch sides, want to do fake stuff, jealous, envy, you know, even stuff I've been through. So I just say, like, you know, it's a saying to just anybody out there, because I know a lot of people go through things. It's just me putting my feelings on clothes, how I'm going through, or what I'm going through at the moment. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, for me, No U-Turns means, like, when you're trying to start chasing a dream, there's no looking back. There's no turning back.
Yeah.
So there's no U-Turns. To anyone who switched sides, decided to downplay me, be a hater, do any lame shit towards me, there's no U-Turns. When I'm going crazy, I'm a millionaire, successful, happy, you can't come back into my life. So there's plenty
Yeah.
plenty meanings, man. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I really like the name because that's something
I feel like it's a very unique name too. Like, I was surprised that no one ever came up with it, but I mean, you know, it came up out of my head, and I'm just like, you know what? I just, you know, it came to my head when I was going through the most toughest times in my life, and I'm like, you know what? Let me just turn this into a lifestyle, because I know a lot of people will be able to relate.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know, easy way to do this for real. It's from my heart. It's from me. So let's get it cracking.
I like it. Because that's one thing I live by. It's like, you just got to keep it pushing. Like,
yeah, you can.
It's the same vision as no U-turns. You take it further about, like, people around you. There's, like, can't come back now.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like that's the best time, because this is an artistic endeavor. So, like, usually there's a lot of art is conceived when you're going through hard times and hard shit. So did you feel like you were like, yo, let me just put my feelings on a tee and let me grow this brand?
Yeah, that's how it really happened for real. I even came up with the name when I was on a hike. Like, I like to go on walks and stuff like that. So I was on a hike, and I just sitting down just like by a little river, and I'm just there thinking like, damn, life's so hard. I'm just like, damn, life is hard. But life doesn't have to be hard.
Yeah.
I feel like us as human beings, we make life harder than what it really is. You know what I mean?
Well, it is hard, but
I mean, nothing's easy regardless. But I feel like we tend to make life harder than what it really is. Cause I'm an overthinker. You feel me? That has a lot to do with the brand too. Like, I overthink a lot, even when it comes to like little things, like figuring out what I want to eat. Like, I don't. That's why even too, like, you probably haven't seen my food TikTok, but I'll eat from like 3 different type of food spots sometimes for dinner, cause I just don't know what to eat.
You really love food, huh?
Sometimes. It just depends how I feel. If you know, you know. But you know what I mean? And like, even when I'm filming a YouTube video or something, I'll be like overthinking what I have to say for the intro.
Yeah.
Or overthinking this, overthinking that. And then one thing I like started to realize that like there's no such thing as being perfect. Like, there's no such thing as being perfect. You just gotta be you and just be perfect in your own way at the end of the day. Because there's so many people, especially content creators, like, your content is never gonna be the best. It's never gonna be perfect. Even people like Mr. Beast, he probably thinks he's not even perfect. People probably think he's perfect though, but he deep down knows he's not even perfect himself. So it's like, just can't be a perfectionist. Just gotta put in the work, show the work, and just try to get better at whatever you do each and every day, and that's really it.
Yeah. Well, that's a fact. I'm a big believer in just putting shit out. Because the thing is,
not just putting anything out though. It gotta be good, but like, you know, it's not gonna be. You can't do anything perfect.
Because that's the solution for what you just said, which is overthinking. Because what the hard part is about content. So, for example, if I'm learning the piano, anything you start, it's gonna be trash, right? You're never gonna start something and it's gonna be good right away.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like,
that's me right now. I'm learning how to use Adobe.
Yeah, so you're not gonna be good, fam. Like, as soon as you get it, it's gonna be a learning curve.
Yeah.
But the thing with content that's tough is you have to be trash in public. Yeah. Like, you gotta put shit out and it's gonna be trash, and like, you gotta just put it out because you just gotta put enough shit out where that learning curve comes.
Yeah, but that's where growth comes in too. Like, people also want to see your growth. Like, they're not gonna want to see you the best videos, the best content out the bat. Then they'll be like, how does that even make sense? Like, you know what I mean? So growth is always great as well.
Yeah, they love to follow the journey.
Exactly. That's like, they do.
That's like a big thing, because even like with me, if I see creators, like, for example, I started watching MKBHD, like the tech YouTuber, super early.
I don't even know what that is.
He's a big tech YouTuber, and he started like as a kid. Like, I was a kid and he was a kid, and I was watching him, and like, it's been like 10, like, I was literally like 12 or 15 watching this guy, and now we're both like grown men. And
how much subs does he have?
Let's see. Jamie, check that. I think he's big. He has like 20 mil.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, he's like the go-to 17.6 mil. He's the go-to like tech guy from...
Who's first? Marquise Brownlee?
Yeah, that's Marquise Brownlee. Marquise Brownlee is MKPHD.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, then I guess I do know who that is.
Yeah.
But I don't know him personally. The only reason why I know him is because Gideon had him as his display picture. So that's why I started to figure out who. I'm like, who is this? And then I'm like, oh, it's this guy.
Gideon's such a troll, bro.
I think I watched one of that guy's videos though, the tech guy.
Yeah,
he does some crazy numbers.
Well, I mean, when he started, it was him as a kid, pulled up his webcam. He's like, hey guys, I'm gonna be reviewing this, talking, and now he has like $30,000 cameras, a full studio.
For
like,
real?
Yeah, because I've been at it for like.
And he probably
10,
didn't pay
15
for
years.
nothing because he does tech.
I mean,
So he probably got all that equipment for free, and he probably got paid too.
Yeah, I mean, he has a good gig. Tech
Yeah.
YouTubers, those guys are eating.
Yeah, the number one trending video on YouTube right now.
Who?
MKBHD.
Does he? Which one?
The new iPhones.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dude, that tech stuff, man. Those tech people get paid, man.
They do.
They do. I'm gonna have to get into tech.
You can't just get into
Psych.
tech.
I would never.
You gotta love.
Yeah, you gotta really love that
That's
stuff.
the big thing about content is like
Yeah,
it's
you have
not
to love what
sustainable
you
if you're
love what
faking
you
it.
exactly, because people are gonna be able to tell. You
Yeah.
feel me?
Like I would love to do tech videos, bro.
Yo,
but
nah, I'm not gonna lie. I don't really care about tech like that. Like I care about technology, obviously. Like I care about my phone and stuff like that. But to do
Yeah.
videos on it, like I don't get.
you're not
I
out
wouldn't
here
get
being like
enjoyment.
this has this process.
Yeah, like I wouldn't get enjoyment. Like you gotta know, like all the gigabytes and all that little stuff. Like that's not for me.
Yeah, so you just gotta find that thing. What do you think that thing? Like I know you're doing lifestyle, but what's that thing other than basketball that like makes you feel like MKBHD feels about tech? Or are you still trying to figure it out?
I think I'm still trying to figure that out, to be honest. But I feel like I'll figure it out as time goes on. I'm not really sure. Like I didn't really be knowing what really gets me excited for real. I feel like I don't know. I'm still trying to find myself for real. Like
Yeah.
I don't even know who I am, to be honest. I just know I'm a Black Canadian.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Like, you know, I don't really know who I am for real. I'm still trying to figure out.
Yeah, I mean, like, I feel just going through the journey, you recreate yourself. I feel like you're at a transition right now where you were this street hooper, talking shit. And you're like,
yeah.
That's no longer your identity
Yeah.
anymore. So you're like is it accurate to say like you've kind of left that behind? It's still going to be a part of you.
I wouldn't say I really left it behind 100%, but it's like it's getting closer to like just getting out the way for real. The only way I could really see myself doing basketball is like if I'm doing it in the States, like collabing with somebody. But if it's like in Toronto, like I can't really see it.
Yeah.
So it's like.
Speaking of collabs, you had a big link up with Drake put on for the city. How did that come about?
Okay, so basically, I had a viral park takeover. I basically was playing in the hood in Rexdale, and I made this guy fall, pointed at him, and I shot, and it went in, whatever. Mm-hmm. So after that video dropped, I woke up. It was like 6 a.m. And you know those ones when you wake up and you just go take a piss and you want to go back to bed? Yeah. So I woke up, whatever, and something just told me to go through my phone. So I was literally just scrolling. I seen Champagne Poppy. I'm there like, is this fake? I click it, verified. I'm like, okay, this is him. Yeah. I'm there. I told my mom, like, yo, Drake just followed me. I'm lit. 6 a.m. Like, it's early in the morning. The sun just came out. It's lit. I'm like, all right, bet. I go on a walk. I'm there texting all my friends. Cause I like to go on walks just to, like, catch my mind and stuff. So I'm there trying to process this. So I'm on my walk, messaging all my group chats. I'm like, yo, Drake just followed me. Drake just followed me. Just followed me. Like, no way.
Yeah.
You're lit. I'm like, okay, I know. Whatever. So that happens now. Boom. I think like a couple days after he followed me, he DMs me. He's like, let me send you some clothes, my G. I'm like, okay, bad. Like, I appreciate it. You know, I'm gonna wear it, whatever. So he sends it through. Comes like the next couple of days, a big ass box. Send me everything, towels, shoes, some golfing gear, some shorts, tops, a bunch of stuff, slides. Like, send me literally everything you could think of. I messaged him again. I just said, yo, thank you. I appreciate it. All the love, this, that, and the third. And he opened it the day before he was releasing CLB, the album. So he's like, you know, I got you, this, that, and the third. And I just let him know. I'm like, I'm waiting for the album to come out tonight. I'm excited to hear it. He's like, what are you doing tonight? I'm like, nah, I'm just chilling. He's like, okay, pop out to the party. So he sends me the address. I bring all my friends. We all go. Then this is when I actually get to see him in real life. We're just talking about basketball and everything. We're chopping it up. And then that goes about whatever. Then after, I think somebody, a blog page made a post about Drake playing basketball or something. And then I guess I commented on it saying I could beat him or something. Then he added me back, which was super unexpected. Like, I was so surprised. Like, he added me back. And he's like, oh, whenever you're ready to get this work at the embassy, come get smoke. I guess he calls his house the embassy or something like that. So whatever. I'm like, okay, bet. He's like, call me. He sends me his number. I FaceTime him. So we're talking. He's like, oh, I come back from LA or Miami. I think it was Miami. He's like, I come back from Miami this time, whatever. Boom. He gets back to the city now. and actually follows through with what he says. So, we go link, we go play some basketball. We played basketball twice, so we played more than twice, but we played back to back. So I went to his crib. We played no cameras though the first time, and he played crazy. Like he actually played better with no cameras than when the camera was on. Like when we played with no cameras, like he was not missing one shot. It was insane. So that happened, and then boom, we did that. After that, he took me to the Raptors game. So I showered up at his crib, changed my clothes.
Yeah.
Then he took me into the Maybach. We went to the Raptors game. So that was a crazy experience.
I got the VIP lifestyle.
I know, like it's crazy because when I came out the crib, like we both walked out the house, and then I see everybody going to like a black truck, whoever was there. So I'm there following. And then one of his homies are like, yo, where you going? You're in that car. I'm like, shit, say less. So, it's a good experience. We're there watching the game. He had the game on because we showed up to the game late, so he had the game on in the Maybach too. So we're watching it while we're on our way there. We get there, whatever, courtside. Cool. Hella people blowing up my phone and stuff, like saying, cause I didn't tell nobody I was going. Like I kept it a secret. I just wanted to surprise people, whatever. But I guess Raptors posted a video of Drake walking in, and I was right behind him.
You're just like,
so everybody was like, "Yo, what the fuck? Is that Showtime? Is that Showtime?" So everybody just blowing up my phone while I'm at the game and stuff like that. It was cool. And then I think like 2 days after, that's when we made the video where we played 2-on-2, and I teamed up with him. So yeah, that's pretty much how it went down. Crazy experience.
That's a crazy story.
I know. Yeah, I was nervous, bro. Hella nervous, man. This house is crazy though. Like, then when you go to the change room, there's like a bunch of like people's jerseys, like throwback jerseys.
He had a change room in his crib.
You walk out the gym and then there's like just an alleyway.
Yeah.
Right, that leads to the change room and stuff. But there's so many jerseys, like Kobe jersey signed, LeBron James jersey signed, like any legend you could think of. Not even just basketball, football, any sport.
Yeah.
Their jerseys there signed. Shaquille O'Neal, like all this stuff signed.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's super crazy. Literally everybody's jersey you could think of that's a legend, it's in there, signed.
That's so dope.
I know. Well, I'm pretty sure he's a very big Kobe fan though, because I think he has like 824 in his gym, and he has a lot of Kobe's. He loves hooping in Kobe's too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I thought he would have been like a LeBron fan, like us, but.
Now he is a LeBron fan, I'm pretty sure, because they're homies too. But when it comes to comfortability, shit, I don't even know how to say that word properly. But when it comes to being comfortable and sneakers and stuff, when it comes to hooping, I guess he likes Kobe's more.
Yeah, Kobe's are dope.
Yeah, they are. Kobe's are one of the best sneakers for sure.
Yeah, that's a sick experience.
Yeah,
it's crazy. You still keep in touch?
Yeah, I keep in touch here and there. I'll just say how you doing and stuff like that. Just be normal conversations. But
how do you see collabing in the hoop in like the ball scene, and then now, like, what's the vision with collabs? Who would you want to collab with?
Definitely, I would want to collab with AMP. I've collabed with them before, so I feel like AMP is good. I'm not sure really. Like, it depends what we're doing. Like, I could really do anything with anybody because I do so much things. I do food, I do vlogs, I do basketball. There's a million different types of videos I could do with anybody. But in terms of like really collabing with somebody, like, and DDG, I would want to collab with DDG for sure. But like, I wouldn't really care to collab with anybody else. Like, or maybe I just can't even think of names at the top of my head.
Yeah,
I really want to start with making people watch me for me, like, instead of clicking because somebody's in the video. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm trying to really leaning in towards too.
All right, I'm gonna do our rapid fire round.
What type of questions is there? Is it like smart stuff?
Nah, it's just questions about you.
Oh, okay, okay.
Like it's not like a quiz or nothing.
Okay, okay.
So first question is, who's a person you'd want to trade places with for a day?
Nobody.
What's your guilty pleasure?
That's a good question. Oh my gosh. What's your guilty pleasure? I need an idea.
No U-turns,
I need an idea though. I need an idea to answer it. That's what I mean. Like,
so my guilty pleasure, watching anime.
I can't even think of one, to be honest. But I feel like some stuff I can't even say on camera. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
Yeah. We'll come back to it.
All right. What's the best compliment you've ever gotten?
I look good. But I hear that often though, you know? So it's like...
What's the worst piece of advice you ever got?
Getting a V8 as your first car.
A V8?
Yeah.
As your first car?
Yeah, worst advice ever. Worst advice, bro. Worst advice. I got a V8 for my first car, never again.
Why?
just came with too many problems, bro. It's a headache. V8s are headaches. Like, you really have to be ready. If you want a V8, you really have to be like really like locked in for, especially for content, like making a lot of money and stuff. Don't get it twisted. I was making a lot of money, but I was making a lot of dumb payments, like very stupid payments.
It's like very expensive to maintain. It's like what you're saying.
Yeah, basically like my payments were like the same amount, almost the same amount as my rent. It made no sense.
Yeah, that doesn't.
And then sense. Gas on V8s are like what, 170. My fill up my tank was like 160.
Should have just copped a Tesla.
Nah. I should have actually, but I don't like Teslas. I had one for a month. Like I was renting one out.
Which one?
Just the Model 3 though. But I feel like all of them are the same. They're just different. Like they look different. Yeah. But the charging part and stuff is so annoying.
Really? I feel like people either love Teslas or they hate them. No in between.
I don't like it. I like it. Like it's a cool car and stuff, but also it reminds me of like a cardboard box. There's nothing in the car, but it's a box.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like,
and then there's nothing in it. But like, it's a nice car though. Like I like the glass on it and stuff. But in terms of like an everyday car, like having as a main car, to me, it's not it. Unless it's like a bigger model. Cause I had a Tesla Model 3. But even still, like the charging stuff is annoying. Like it's so annoying. Like I remember one time I was charging it and I wasn't even charging it the whole time. Then I had to, and then I had to go somewhere and I went in my car. I'm like, oh my god. So the charging thing is annoying, but and then two is like if you're on the road a lot, like you don't want to be charging your stuff. Like you rather just go get gas. It's quick in and out. Like you know what I mean?
That's true. I never really thought about like if you want to go on a road trip, like drive super far, you gotta stop like 4, 5, 6 times.
Like a lot of the real richest people don't own Teslas unless it's Elon Musk. But you know, like a lot of like if you're in and out, boom, boom, gotta do this, gotta do that. Yeah. Tesla's not a wise option.
Because at that level, even like at every level, number one thing is time.
Yeah, time, exactly. Time matters a lot. It does. That's why all these rich people take private jets.
Mm-hmm. So what is your dream car? Or like what's your favorite car?
My dream car? I feel like I don't really have a dream of anything because like, I don't know. Once you get it, you're always just gonna want more. If that makes sense. So like I don't know, but I feel like my dream car, like our car that I want right now, is like I like Audi RSQ8. I've been looking at that. I like that a lot. Definitely not gonna get it for my next car though, but I like that a lot. I don't like BMW though.
You don't like BMW?
No. Cause I have nightmares from that was my first car. And it gave me so many problems and stuff.
Oh, that was the V8?
Yeah. So I just have nightmares. So I like Audi. I really like Audi right now, and I like Benz too. But Benz is a lot of money, bro. But it's not like I'm not gonna be able to afford it.
Damn.
When that time comes.
BMW is my favorite. So,
for real?
Yeah.
Which one? Which model?
Why did you have so much problems with your BMW?
I didn't want to talk about it. You just dropped your car off though.
It wasn't my fault.
But that wasn't. Yeah, that wasn't your fault though. Yeah.
You scraped the
I don't know. When it starts getting cold, that's when bare problems start coming. Beamers. Yeah. But yours is like newer too, so probably not. But
we gotta get a camera on this guy at this point. What's something you wish you were better at?
Editing. Definitely editing, man. Editing for sure. I feel like editing editing could change your whole dynamic of what you do. Yeah. 100%. It can make you get paid more too. Just editing. I feel like editing is so crucial, like especially for what I do. So definitely editing. But I love editing too, like learning. Mm-hmm. Like I've been learning how to use Adobe, and when I do one small thing, like I learn how to add music or a little cut, like I get excited. Like, you know, and then after I put it all together and I watch it, like, ooh, I did that. Like, you know?
That final product after you get like a clean edit in, like where everything lines up. So this guy is good at it.
Yeah, he's tough.
He does his thing. But
so I feel like too, like even a lot of people don't know this, but learning like it's like an excitement too. Like even being uncomfortable is exciting, because not a lot of people know that. Like for example, like me, just learning how to use Adobe, I don't know how to use it, but when I get one thing done on it, it makes me happy as hell. Yeah. So.
Well, learning and being uncomfortable goes hand in hand. Because when you're like learning, you're uncomfortable, but when you see that progress, where you're like, yo, I went from this to this. Yeah. Like I'm a little better today, and then like it compounds. That's like the best feeling. Exactly. What never fails to make you laugh?
What never fails to make me laugh? Mm-hmm. My mom.
I posted a story. I was like, what questions do you have for Showtime? So these are questions submitted by people.
Okay.
First one is, who's someone that he look up to?
I look up to DDG.
Mm-hmm.
In the same vlogger and stuff like that, and that's what I've been trying to get into.
Yeah.
So I'd say him for sure. Actually, yeah, him for sure. There's
Yeah.
more to it though. Like he changed his whole family's life, moved all his family from poverty to fat houses. Now they have money, making money off social media. So I'd say him for sure.
Next question is, can Drake hoop?
Yeah, he could hoop. He doesn't have a very good left hand though, but he doesn't work on his left though. He only works on his right hand. Well, that's what he told me. So, yeah, he could hoop though for sure. He has a good shot. He could really shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was your favorite moment during your basketball takeovers?
Adrenaline rush. Just having a bunch of people there actually coming just to support me and stuff. So I feel like just the people coming out to watch, really, like, that's what makes me, feel the best and stuff.
There's no like specific like. I think what they're asking is like a crossover or like specific like scenario. Is there anything? That comes to
probably
mind?
crossing somebody or someone trying to fight me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, cause like if someone tries to fight me, it just makes my views go higher. So like I get happy. Like a lot of people don't notice. Like for example, like when I was in Florida, somebody like pushed my face, kind of like almost not slap me, but like push my face, and they're like, "Yo, how do you let that happen?" Da da da. I'm just like, I don't care. I appreciate it. Like, you know what I mean? Thank you for hitting me. I didn't want you to hit me, but you hit me. Thank you. I got a title. I got a thumbnail. And I got some views. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so I don't complain.
What's like the most satisfying thing when like you have like a big crowd around you and like everyone, is it like crossing someone over, step back three, dunking, dope layup? Like what's that one thing that's
Probably
like
crossing somebody over for sure. Because once you cross somebody, hit the shot, everybody runs onto the court, just storms you. Like,
that looks so hype.
Yeah,
like,
it is. It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
All right. Next question is, who's your favorite basketball player?
LeBron
LeBron
and Kyrie. LeBron just like for overall.
Yeah.
But like Kyrie for like my favorite point guard. So LeBron and Kyrie, those are my two favorite players.
So would you say LeBron's the GOAT?
Yeah.
What's the hierarchy? Top three?
My top three: LeBron, Michael Jordan, Kobe. Only reason why I put Kobe third is because he basically like a next Michael Jordan, right?
Yeah.
So if he's a copy of Michael Jordan, how could he be above Jordan? Doesn't make sense. So I feel like the only person that could be above Jordan is LeBron.
Interesting.
Yeah.
People would disagree.
A lot of people would disagree for sure.
It's
but
a controversial
that's
take.
just me. Like if people are gonna compare Kobe to Michael Jordan all the time, say they play the same, this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
If Michael was the first person to do it, that means Kobe would be basically the dollar store version of him. No disrespect to Kobe, but you know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, that's how I feel. I put LeBron first, MJ second, Kobe third.
That's fair. I agree personally, but
as you should.
I had hella arguments about
man.
this.
I don't even feel like the GOAT stuff is up for debate. Like, I feel
But
like
the one
LeBron's
thing
the
they have a
best.
point on that I can't really say nothing about is LeBron
Rings?
doesn't, huh?
What is it, rings?
Nah. LeBron doesn't have that like killer mentality that like Jordan had.
Yeah, I mean he do, but I'm not gonna lie. Like,
Like they'll bring up moments, when he like passed the ball, like.
I'm a LeBron fan, but he be pissing me off sometimes, bro. Like, I feel like being a LeBron fan is like the most frustrating person to be a fan of.
Yeah.
Cause it's like, okay, there'll be times where he'll miss and stuff. I'll get pissed off, or he'll lose a series, and we're like, how are you losing? Like, you're getting swept to Denver, and you're the best player like in the world. Like, that stuff like that gets me upset. But I feel like being a LeBron fan comes with a lot of emotions. I'm not gonna lie, but I still got him as number one for sure.
No, I agree. Because I grew up watching him. I never grew up watching Jordan.
Yeah.
So it's like a different era. All right, that's all the questions from people. We're reaching the end of our podcast. Is there any like last remarks, anything you want to say to the people?
Just, what camera do I look at?
This one.
That? If you're watching this, just be you, man. Don't try to be like somebody else. Don't get caught up into the social media hype. You see all these rich people, all these rappers, all these YouTubers, this and that with chains, cars. But you don't know what it took them to get all that, and you don't know what they're actually going through. You know what I'm saying? You see all of us with everything. Not everything, but like you see all of us with like jewelry, nice car and stuff like that. But we're human too. Like, we go through real things. Like, you feel me? Like, so just don't think everything is perfect because of what you see on social media, and try not to compare yourself to others, because comparison is the thief of joy. You know what I'm saying? That's what somebody just told me. One of my homies, Kyle, he just told me that, and he's honest. He's speaking facts. Can't really compare yourself to anybody, really, because at the end of the day, if you do that, then you're just gonna play with your mind. So just be you. If you're watching this, be you. Be yourself. Don't be scared to be judged. You know, even me too. Like, there's so many times I wanted to post. There's times like I wanted to post like my food content on my main Instagram, you know, but I just never posted it because I'm scared of what people are gonna say. But I posted on a TikTok, so you know, maybe I might post it on my main channel. But that's a fear I have that you guys don't know. This is me being more open and vulnerable with you guys, because people are so used to see me playing basketball. I don't know how they're gonna react if they see me post food on my main Instagram page, you know. So I kind of scared to post it. But maybe I should post it one day.
I told you, bro. I'm a big believer in just putting shit out. You know what I mean?
Because I know if I do put it out, it's going to do crazy numbers. But I'm just nervous. Like, but as you guys can see, like, that's me letting you guys know, like, what's holding me back from posting that type of stuff. Me being scared to do something in general. But, you know, I guess I'm going to have to face my fear and post it now because I told you guys. So, yeah, just be you, really. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, it's a next level of being uncomfortable. There's levels to comfortability.
There is levels.
But all right, that's it. Thanks for coming on, bruv.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it.